makes the problem even, more pronounced or amplified even more is the external rate of change.
Yeah.
And when you have the kind of technological change that we have happening and the kind of disruption that is occurring in businesses, and some of that disruption a lot of it is driven by technology. There is also a lot of disruption that is caused by different financial kinds of players. So whether it's activist investors or private equity firms or hedge funds, all of this financial pressure together with technological shift, now you have the rate of change. It has, and you were using a statistic about MIT. What was that?
So it has multiplied. So the technology has multiplied the speed of change by 4. But by the way, weather changes have been driving about 3 times bigger where they occur. So there are a lot of other factors that are affecting
this rate of external change. And if I'm sitting there and a lot of the toolkit, we were talking about this yesterday, a lot of our toolkit is built on yesterday's business becomes tomorrow's business.
Yeah.
And what I need to do is to execute better. And so tools like Six Sigma and continuous improvement and so on are really helpful and useful. But now we're in an age of disruption, and therefore we really need discontinuous improvement.
Yeah, that's an interesting term, because discontinuous is kind of regarded as a bad thing, and because it's causing all those waves. But really, to respond on that, you have, as a leader, do that. It's not anymore enough if you are doing that continuous improvement, because when the road makes the turn, you are driving directly to the forest, so to say.
Right. Yeah, and so there were lots and lots of discussions in boardrooms about continuity. What we have to ensure through the way that we think about leadership and the way that we think about our business is to ensure continuity. And that was a good thing.
Yeah.
And you would never have a discussion about we need a leader that is going to disrupt our business. But what we need to begin to think about is making disruption positive. So how does disruption become a positive thing, and how do we disrupt things in a positive way that we're able to bring people with us?
Well, we've been doing that for, many years, maybe 30 years with the capital, right?
Yeah.
So we are being, it is velocity and fastness and even a new private equity and other players have come into the field, but it's not so easy to do with human capital.
Yeah.
And that's why we need a new model for leadership, a new thinking of leadership, so that we can respond on these new needs.
Yeah, because if the value shifts in the market, and we need to redeploy our capital to a place where it's going from lower returns to higher returns, because the value is moving around, and there's lots of evidence that that's happening.
Yeah.
But when you say, well, how are we going to rapidly redeploy the human capital?
Yeah.
That's not so easy.
Yeah, that's
not so easy.
Yeah.
And
a lot of emotions and a lot of pain and a lot of reasons why people are not doing it. Actually, it's kind of a situation that we are taking a lot of market risks so that we don't need to change inside.
Yeah, that's really fascinating, because I found in working in private equity that our investors were ready to take huge financial risks and were very reluctant to take risk when it came to people.
Yeah.
And very reluctant to take operating risk commensurate with the financial risk. And that's interesting, which speaks to the need to have repeatable, good, strong analytical methods by which we can rapidly redeploy human capital.
Yeah, and it really makes sense to make all those things if you are linking it to that value creation. So really, if you have on a table value, that much value there, that is a coordinating point for actions around what we do.
Yeah.
Without that, we start to play, power games and all kind of secondary things. But if we have a value in mind, that kind of tunes us to do the right things.
Yeah.